Okay, as you are in your car one day, you drive by your dream home, but how do you know if you can even afford it?
Lance Troidel, a real estate agent at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties, is here to help you determine how much buying power you have. And Lance, a lot of people, their first question, what is the starting point for knowing that you're ready to buy a home?
Well, if you're going to drive by and see the home that you really want to know, you want to know your finances. When you're looking at financing, lenders are going to be looking at not just the total price of the home, they're going to be looking at what you can afford monthly. So you're going to want to know what your car payments, loan payments, credit cards are all going to be. And that'll help you determine how much you can afford in the long run.
That kind of leads us into what we said was our buying power. How do you know how much buying power you have?
Well, it's really, you're as strong as your team is, and your team consists of your real estate agent and your lender. So you want a real estate agent and a lender who are going to be available when you are. I can't tell you how many times I've written an offer at 9, 10 p.m. at night, sent it over, and really needed a bank letter or information from a lender to help us move that process along. So it's great to have a team that's available when you are and that can qualify you for a home.
And so how can someone use financing to leverage that buying power?
Well, there's so many different types of financing. Most people know about conventional financing, FHA, VA loans. There's other loans out there as well, USDA, Jumbo. A great tool that I've used is bridge financing. A bridge loan is able to help you buy a home if you still have a home to sell. You don't necessarily need to wait for it to sell before you move in or decorate that new home of yours. A great example of that would be I had a open house this last winter. A couple came in and they really wanted this home that I was in. They fell in love, and it's just hard when you see that and they have a home to sell. They haven't even thought about listing it or packing or anything. So they were able to use bridge financing to secure that home and get in there and still list their house this spring.
Wow. I didn't even realize that. What a lot of people are familiar with, though, we're always online. How about those online mortgage calculators? What do you think about them?
I love them and I hate them.
Okay.
A lot of the big name websites are going to have mortgage calculators for you to use. The one thing you need to keep in mind is that we use a formula. It's called PITI, or it's principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. A lot of those online calculators are only going to tell you about your principal and insurance. They're not going to tell you about your taxes, principal and interest. They're not going to tell you about your taxes or insurance. So you have to keep in mind that's a big portion of your payment every month. So make sure you find a calculator that tells you your PITI.
Okay.
And we just mentioned this the other morning on the news. The Fed's looking at maybe cutting down the interest rate. And so how would that impact the buying power if the interest rates do go down?
Well, it gives you greater buying power. The lower the interest rates go, the lower your payment is. And monthly, that might only be $20 or $30, but over the life of your loan, that's going to be thousands of dollars in the long run.
And once again, this is, because it can be confusing and overwhelming to the average person. It's why you want to have someone like you, working with you. How can people get a hold of you and talk a little bit more about the team effort that you guys have as well?
Yeah, your real estate agent is going to be the one who has the knowledge of the market, and your lender is going to be the one to have the knowledge of your finances. So if you want to get a hold of me, call me at 701-306-6541.
Lance, thank you so much for coming in today. So insightful, It's you
Making
don't want
me
to
go buy a house.
You don't want to do it alone. We got to have Lance. Good stuff. Thank you so much. Coming up next here on North Dakota Today, the American Legion in Moorhead is celebrating a big milestone.